Hi there, guys and gals. It's me, George, the Shade Tree Railroad Man. And we're back with another edition of our tunnel portal. And as you can see, I've started doing some of the detail work on this side. And at the suggestion of one of my subscribers, I added in more steps over here. And he said it didn't look quite balanced enough. And so I told him I'd take a look at it and make a decision. And I looked at it and I made a decision, and well, that's the decision I made, that I'm going to add more to it. So I did. And it's fine, because all I did was, I think I just had one of these steps down in here. So I just cut that one off and I glued this in. It won't matter because these seams are all natural seams to our stone work. And yeah, and once this gets all painted, you won't see any of the pencil marks or pen marks. So I was going to show you how I do this. It's pretty straightforward, and I did use a drum sander on my drill press to get these nice and smooth inside of here before I started on this. And I'm just using a pencil, and it's not a particularly sharp pencil either, because I wanted to make my indentions a little bit wider to give some dimension to the stonework. Now, on my last of my tunnel portals, on the other end of my layout, I did it all like it was made out of loose quarried stone. You know, they were round and odd shaped and so forth. But this one here, especially because of my step cutouts here, need to make it a little more, what's the word I want? A little bit more consistent in its sizing. So I'm still using my straight edge. And if you have to, you can use your markings on here to measure it out, but I tend to like to do things by eyeball. That's just the way I am. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm going to run these across here. I could have done this all as one big piece of poured cement work, but yeah, that's a little bit, doesn't have quite enough character as far as I'm concerned that way. I know some of the real tunnel portals are made that way. So I'm going to keep on going down here, and I'm basically eyeballing these courses. They don't have to be perfect the same. They can be if you want them to be. When we bring these down around here, like this, we also need to bring them down inside. And I hit that one a little bit too hard, a little too deep, but you can push it back into place. So also got to transfer your seams in here. And I don't think you have to worry too much about being perfect in your joints, because the building inspector for the railroad, at least for my railroad, doesn't have real good eyesight anyway. Alright, now I'm going to be quiet and just work, and we'll speed this up and you can watch me finish it off without any commentary until it's pretty much done. Okay, now we have one more important consideration to make. This styrofoam, or this rigid foam insulation, is pretty smooth stuff. So we want to give it some texture to make it look more like stone. And you may be able to see a little bit on this side that I've done already. I just like to take a piece of pumice stone like this. I don't know where I got this from. I think it's used for smoothing out calluses on your feet and stuff like that. You can get them at Walmart or any place like that. And just the texture of this pumice, just pushing in ever so little bit on this foam. Now, gives it a little bit some rough edges here. So we'll smooth those rough edges off. And yeah, I got a big hole here from my first time around cutting it using the utility knife. Utility knife is not the best way to go. I found the best way to cut it is using a X-Acto saw, and it cuts pretty well, and it doesn't tend to smush it and tear it and all of that good stuff if you just take your time with it. Alright, so the next thing is to put some color on it. What do you think?